Hi. So today we are going to start a new topic that is Mundell-Fleming model. So this is part one of it. So let's begin. And this class is for BCom second semester. So basically, before starting this model, you need to keep in mind, you need to ask yourself a question: what is Mundell-Fleming model, and what are we going to learn in this model? So आपको पहले से ही पता है what is ISLM model, correct? बस उसी में आप एक और component को add करोगे, that is balance of payment, and this will make your Mundell-Fleming model. Everything that you have already learned in ISLM model will help you in understanding this model as well. And it's quite simple, कुछ भी नहीं है जो भी हम लोगों ने पहले classes में पढ़ा है about the exchange rate, how it functions, how it changes, how it responds to interest rate. Everything that you have already learned will help you a lot in understanding this model. Let's begin. There is nothing new that you will come to know today. Everything that we have learned is what Mundell-Fleming model will talk about. So yes, introduction. One of the important facts about the world economy today is high degree of integration or linkage among financial or capital market. So obviously capital and financial markets are linked in today's world. That is, our economy is open, right? Household banks or corporations of different countries search around the world for the highest return. So as we have studied, the country which offers higher rate of interest, people are bound to invest in those countries, right? Because then they will get a higher return on their investment. As a result, returns or yields in capital market in different countries get linked together. For example, if rates of interest or return on equity capital or return on equity capital in India rise relative to those in USA, the US investors would try to lend to or invest their capital in India to take advantage of higher returns. This we already know. क्यों ऐसा होता है? To earn higher rate of interest. On the other hand, the borrowers would turn to the USA to borrow funds from the US financial market to take advantage of lower rate of return. And because US में जो rate of return है is quite low as compared to that of India in this example, तो the borrowers जिन्हें loan लेना है, they will go to US and take loan because वहाँ पे उनको कम rate of interest में loan मिल जाएगा. The tendency for the rates of return on capital to become equal in financial market or different countries as a result, a perfect mobility of capital was formalized in a model in the 1960s by Robert Mundell, now a professor at Columbia University, and the late Marcus Fleming, an economist at IMF. Okay, तो ये इन्होंने लाया है ये मॉडल को रॉबर्ट मंडेल एट कोलंबिया यूनिवर्सिटी में लेट मार्कस फ्लेमिंग. तो इन दोनों ने almost at the same time propounded this theory, okay? And this theory talked about your ISLM model along with an addition of balance of payment. यानी कि ये एक जैसे कि आप जब ISLM model के बारे में बात करते हो, so that is not open economy में. That is you're talking in a closed economy. But in this model, we have opened the economy and now we are including every other country as well. तो जब इकोनॉमी खुल जाता है तो डेफिनेटली ट्रेड होता है, एंड ड्यू टू ट्रेड वी आर एडिंग व्हाट कंपोनेंट? द बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट. So they assume a small open economy. We are talking about a small open economy. Second, tax rates are same everywhere. There is no change in tax rates. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपकी कंट्री में अधिक है दूसरी कंट्री में कम है. Foreign investors do not face political risk. So there is no political risk. You can invest. There will be no favorism done to domestic companies and wrong treatment to foreign companies. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Then under these conditions, with perfect mobility of capital investors or foreign asset holders who try to invest in the asset in any country that yields a higher return. This would force rates of return on assets to become equal everywhere in the international capital market because no one would invest at a lower return. आप लोगों ने purchasing power parity पढ़ा है, and there we were talking about what, that the rate for any commodity is equal in every country. If I am paying 10 rupees in India for a bottle of Coke, then I will pay that same amount of 10 rupees in any other country. ऐसा नहीं है कि जो rates है वो differ करेंगे. And of course ये completely true नहीं है, थोड़े difference थोड़ा बहुत differ तो करता ही है, but they are not very far. ठीक है, तो यह deviate नहीं करता है, काफी आसपास ही रहता है cost in real world scenario. And what do you understand by perfect mobility of capital? इसका ये मतलब है that you are not only investing in your own country but you can invest in other countries as well. Very एकदम आराम से, ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई प्रॉब्लम होगी, आराम से जो कैपिटल होती है, जो पैसे होते हैं, that is mobile, that is आप कहीं भी इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो, सिर्फ डोमेस्टिक कंपनीज में ही नहीं इन्वेस्ट करनी. So it may, however, be noted that the perfect equalization of returns in different countries is crucially dependent on twin assumptions of perfect mobility of capital and fixed foreign or world interest rate. So what is written here? That it is noted that perfect equalization of returns in different countries is how. So see returns, अभी आपने purchasing power parity में पढ़ा था that अगर कोई दो countries होते हैं जहाँ पे जो रेट्स होते हैं कमोडिटी के वो डिफर करते हैं, तो क्या होता है, जो इन्वेस्टर है वो क्या करेगा, जहाँ पे महंगा मिल रहा है वहां से खरीद कर, जो कंट्री में वो चीज को, वो जहाँ सस्ता मिल रहा है वहां से वो खरीदते हैं, एंड जिस कंट्री में उस प्रोडक्ट की कॉस्ट बहुत हाई है उस कंट्री में बेच देते हैं. राइट, आपने यही पढ़ा था. एंड दे अर्न प्रॉफिट, फिर डिमांड एंड सप्लाई बढ़ता है एंड कॉस्ट बिकम्स इक्वल. दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव लर्न, एंड द सेम थिंग इज हैपनिंग हियर एज वेल. Because capital is mobile and rate of interest differ in two different places, so वही होगा, investment एक जगह से जाके दूसरी जगह जाएगी, फिर supply and demand function करेंगे and the rates will become equal. There is not much to explain because this you have already I have already explained in previous classes. In fact, Mundell-Fleming model assumes a small open economy which is incapable of influencing the world interest rate. So when you're talking about a small economy, small open economy, you already know कि एक छोटा जो country होता है that cannot influence the world interest rate. जो interest rate पूरी दुनिया में चल रही है उसे हम change नहीं कर सकते. एक छोटा country change नहीं कर सकता है, a small country, whereas the small country can adopt that interest rate which is going around in the world. Besides, it assumes perfect mobility. Capital is perfectly mobile internationally. When investors can purchase assets in any country, they choose quickly with low transaction cost and in unlimited amount. When capital is perfectly mobile, asset holder are willing and capable to move large amounts of funds across borders in search of highest return or lowest borrowing cost. The assumption of a small open economy with perfect capital mobility plays an important role in Mundell-Fleming model. The assumption of a small open economy implies that the economy can borrow or lend as much as it likes in world financial market without affecting the rate of interest. Thus, for a small open economy, rate of interest is determined by the world interest rate. So, a small economy will not affect the rate of interest of the entire world, whereas it will adopt what is the rate of interest in the world जो हो रहा है, ठीक है? And this is important for you to understand because हमारा जो model है वो इसी पे based है, वो इसी principle पे based है कि कैसे that the economy is open, there is perfect mobility of capital, आप आराम से cross border transactions करते हो, and interest rate भी change होता है, कभी increase होता है, कभी decrease होता है because of your transaction, the kind of transaction you're having. Mathematically, we can state this assumption as R is equal to RF, which is rate of interest is equal to rate of interest that is going in the world. F means foreign country. Okay. So where R stands for domestic interest rate and in the economy, and RF is the world rate of interest. It is perfect mobility of capital that makes domestic interest rate R equal to the world interest rate. If due to some event or economic policy, domestic interest rate happens to be lower than the world interest rate, the capital outflow would drive the domestic interest rate back to the world interest rate. So we have already seen how it functions, and of course I'll explain you again in the upcoming classes, but in today's class I'm not going to explain it much. And one more request, if you have time, go and revise it. Whatever I have taught you in the earlier classes, it will definitely help you in understanding Mendel Fleming model and how how the rate of interest changes according to the transactions. And once you will understand that, this model is nothing. It's a cakewalk. On the other hand, if some event or policy causes domestic interest to exceed world interest rate, then the capital inflow would bring down the domestic interest rate to the level of world interest rate. So basically, you have to know कि capital inflow क्यों होता है, capital outflow कब होता है. क्यों तो जानना ही है, but कब क्यों होता है ये भी बहुत important है जानना. Let me just give you an example कि अगर rate of interest किसी country का ज्यादा है, इंडिया का rate of interest काफी high है, तो क्या होगा, इंडिया का कैपिटल इनफ्लो होगा या कैपिटल आउटफ्लो होगा. व्हाट इज इनफ्लो? जब कैपिटल दूसरे कंट्रीज आपकी कंट्री में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो उसको इनफ्लो कहते हैं, एंड जब आप दूसरी कंट्री में इन्वेस्ट करते हो तो उसको आउटफ्लो कहते हैं. तो अगर इंडिया का रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट हाई है तो डेफिनेटली अदर कंट्रीज विल इन्वेस्ट इन योर कंट्री, तो इनफ्लो होता है, कैपिटल इनफ्लो, कैपिटल इज कमिंग इन योर कंट्री. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि यू आर रिसीविंग फॉरेन करेंसी, है ना, एंड फॉरेन करेंसी रिसीव कर रहे हो और फॉरेन कंट्रीज आर नाउ पेइंग इन योर इंडियन करेंसी. फॉरेनर्स विल पे यू इन इंडियन करेंसी, तो वो लोग क्या करते हैं, जो एक्सचेंज, वो आरबीआई के पास जाएंगे, दे विल बोरो योर फंड एंड दे विल डिपॉजिट देयर. ठीक है, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मार्केट में वो लोग कन्वर्ट करते हैं, तो आपकी जो करेंसी की डिमांड है वो इंक्रीज हो जाती है, बिकॉज दे आर पेइंग यू इन योर करेंसी, राइट. जो आपकी करेंसी की डिमांड इंक्रीज हो जाती है, एंड आपके जो एक्सपोर्ट्स हैं वो अभी ज्यादा नहीं हो रहे हैं. क्यों नहीं हो रहे हैं ज्यादा? बिकॉज आप भी अपने कंट्री में ही इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो, नॉट बिकॉज योर कंट्री इज गिविंग यू अ हायर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, सो यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग इन योर ओन कंट्री. एक्सपोर्ट्स भी नहीं हो रहे हैं. क्यों नहीं हो रहे हैं? बिकॉज देखो, when your value has, when people are investing in your country, तो आपकी जो करेंसी की वैल्यू है वो इंक्रीज हो जाती है, क्योंकि आपकी जो करेंसी है उसकी डिमांड बहुत ज्यादा हो गई है एंड सप्लाई नहीं है ज्यादा, बिकॉज आप इन्वेस्ट नहीं कर रहे हो बाहर, आप बाहर अपनी रुपीज को भेज नहीं रहे हो, आप दूसरे देश से कुछ पता खरीद नहीं रहे हो. तो when imports are more than your export, तो आप कहीं ना कहीं कहाँ चल जाते हो, सॉरी, when investment is more and आपका एक्सपोर्ट हो ही नहीं रहा है, आप कुछ भेज ही नहीं रहे हो, आप इंपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे हो, तो एक्सपोर्ट नहीं, सॉरी, इंपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे हो, तो आप बाहर की पेमेंट कर नहीं रहे हो, तो रुपीज तो बाहर जा नहीं रही है. तो यहाँ डिमांड है रुपीज की, लेकिन सप्लाई नहीं है रुपीज की, तो रुपीज की जो वैल्यू होती है ना वो अप्रिशिएट कर जाती है, वो बढ़ जाती है. एंड वंस द वैल्यू इंक्रीजेस, तो people will not, definitely they will not demand your commodity now, because your commodity is very expensive. They will rather go to other places and buy it from there, क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे ओपन इकोनॉमी की बात कर रहे हैं, तो फ्री होता है, कैपिटल मोबिलिटी बहुत फ्री है, तो आपके यहाँ से ले लेंगे, कहीं और से ले लेंगे. दिस इज वाई ये इंटरेस्ट रेट, ये सब आपको समझना होगा कि कैसे फंक्शन होता है, क्या मतलब लगता है. We will see it in our upcoming classes. Nothing to worry about. तो ये मैंने इसलिए कहा है ताकि आप जब अभी आगे वाली क्लासेस करोगे तो you know just go through it once, आराम से, आसानी से हो जाएगा. Excuse me. Hence equation R is equal to RF represents the international flow of capital, quickly brings the domestic interest rate equal to the world interest rate. The Mundell-Fleming model with domestic interest rate determined by the world interest rate focuses on the role of exchange rate in the determination of national income in the short run. Another important aspect of Mundell-Fleming model is that behavior of economy depends upon whether it adopts a fixed exchange rate or flexible exchange rate. In what follows, we first explain below Mundell-Fleming model when the economy operates under fixed exchange rate system, and then analyze the model when the economy has adopted the flexible exchange rate system. The Mundell-Fleming model of a small economy with perfect capital mobility can be described by the following equation from IS and this will not be IM, it will be LM, IS LM curves. IS equation is C that is Y minus T. What is your Y minus T? Y is your income and T is your tax. So C क्या होता है? C is Y minus T. Income minus tax will give you your consumption का expenditure. So C वही है consumption plus I, that is investment. Investment done by, consumption is done by basically by households. Investment is done by business houses plus government expenditure and business houses at the rate of interest. कौन सा rate of interest हम यहाँ बात कर रहे हैं? World rate of interest, not a domestic rate of interest. क्योंकि domestic and world rate of interest are equal in this model. G is what? Your government expenditure, and NX is what? Net export, right? Import minus export. LM का equation क्या है? M divided by P. M by P मतलब real money. Your real money जो होता है is equal to real supply of money, not real money, is equal to L function, which is your liquidity कह सकते हो आप, bracket RF वो किस पे होता है डिपेंड करता है, वो भी liquidity also depends upon rate of interest, तो RF and income, जितना आपकी कंट्री की आउटपुट है, जो आपकी इनकम है, आउटपुट इज ऑलवेज इक्वल टू योर इनकम, नेशनल इनकम. सो RF and national income will give you the liquidity of your money. तो ये हो गया आपका दो इक्वेशंस इंपॉर्टेंट है. This IS equation describes the goods marks equilibrium, and the second LM equation describes money market. Goods marks में good market equilibrium, and the second one is money market equilibrium. तो आपको पता है IS का functions in what? Your goods market, and LM curves functions in money market. And remember one more thing, IS curve जो होता है वो shift होता है, either it contracts or it expands. तो IS curve का contraction या expansion depend किस पे करता है? I hope आपको याद होगा, on fiscal policies, fiscal measures. And LM curve का जो expansion and contraction है, that depends upon two things, which are what? Your monetary policies, right? तो ये दो चीजें बहुत important है, you have to remember it. आगे हमारे मॉड्यूल में बहुत कम आएगी. GNTR variables determine the fiscal. We also, you know that government expenditure and taxes are variables that are determined by fiscal policy, and M is the monetary policy variable that they are important exogenous variables, यानी कि external variables हैं ये दोनों, which are not predetermined. ये predetermined नहीं होते हैं, इनमें ये automatically independently function करते हैं. The price P and the world interest rate R4 are the other exogenous given variables. The interest rate being given, the intersection of ISLM curves determine the level of national income and at which both the goods market and the money market are in equilibrium. Besides the case of variable exchange rate system, the equilibrium of the two markets also determine the exchange rate. However, Mundell-Fleming model is based on the same conditions which do not prevail in the real world. First, there are tax differences among countries which hinder the mobility of capital in response to interest rate differentials among countries. Secondly, exchange rates between different countries can change, sometimes considerably, which affect return in dollars of on foreign investment. Finally, the countries adopt measures to restrict capital outflows or simply default in making payment. These are some of the reasons due to which interest rates in different countries are not equal. So ये जो कुछ reasons है, these are the reasons why interest rate in different countries are different. They are not same. इस मॉडल में we have assumed कि it is same, क्योंकि ऐसा real world में नहीं होता है. And क्यों differ करता है, ये reasons आपको already यहाँ पे दिए हुए हैं. But in our model we are considering that interest rates are same. So you have to keep this in mind, and we'll learn more in our next class. We'll go slowly. हम लोग आराम से देखेंगे कि ये मनी फ्रेमिंग मॉडल होता क्या है and why are we doing this, ताकि आपको एग्जाम में कोई प्रॉब्लम ना आए when you're answering your question. If you have a better understanding, no matter what, आप आराम से अपना क्वेश्चन को आंसर कर सकते हो. So see you in the next class. If you have any question, any doubt, you can ask me.